So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I don't even want to think about how many lives were lost on that mountaintop.
A lot of good men and women didn't make it out of there. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
The chosen of Andraste. A blessed hero sent to save us all.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
Hopefully the kind who lives to become that embarrassing former hero everyone has to put up with.
I can think of worse fates. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
The giant hole in the sky trumps any other concerns. We can worry about the rest later.
Yes. Who can say what this world will look like when we are done fighting for it? But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach. Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
Anything with that kind of power is bound to show up sooner or later.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade, but according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. the Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality, where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful, and the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
With passion and breath does the darkness
Does it trouble you?
Not really.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Clearly you have something in mind.
We do. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
You're even taller than I'd heard.
And of course you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
They still think I'm guilty.
That is not the entirety of it any longer. Some are calling you, a Kunari, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I'm not sure how I should feel.
The Chantry has decided that for you, it seems.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat, they just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Gizelle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Gizelle tending to the wounded in the Hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. They might not know much about the Kinetic, but you'll get no backtalk from anyone here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
What's the situation out here in the Hinterlands?
We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Gizelle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
What's up everybody, Kinetic here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are getting into sort of adventure mode now with this viewer-driven series. There's gonna be quite a bit of time between now and when the next main story mission happens, but I still want to give you guys something interesting to watch, so I'll do a bit of roaming around like this. You'll get to see some conversation moments like between me and Solas like that, and I'll just kind of commentate on, I don't know, Dragon Age related things. We got a note here. Write this: I know you escaped with the other mages, and I know you'll come here. Father told you that if you are strayed, he'd put you down himself. If you're here, you know he's dead, but I'm not. I'll be killing apostates and waiting for you at Old Phoenix Place to the north. I've got Father Sword and my true brothers in the Templars. Come if you're man enough.
That may be worth investigating.
I think you're right there, Solas. This looks like it's worth investigating too. What do we got? Rugged bow grip. Alright, I'll take that. Somebody asked me in the comments of one of the videos, what do I plan to do for a build with this character? I guess that question was inevitable, right? With all the build videos that I do. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do just yet, but I'm thinking like it's for specialization. I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking I want to do something like a hybrid kind of DPS off-tank build, and any really warrior spec can specialization can do that. So we'll see as I get closer to it.
Mother Gizelle cannot be far.
Indeed. But as far as right now, my priority now getting to the Hinterlands is to try and get XP as quickly as possible, and some of the best ways to do that are, for example, if we go to our map here, some of the fastest ways that you can get XP and influence for the Inquisition perks is by, for example, unlocking these camps, give quite a bit of XP and influence, and also completing the rifts are also a really good source for influence and experience. So that's what I'm going to focus on as I roam around here in the Hinterlands. Ooh, iron. I'm pretty much always hitting my radar button for loot and looking for stuff.
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Let's do it.
Hold. We are not apostates.
Oh, you want some, huh?
I think they care, Seeker. We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Wow, he totally resisted getting knocked down. Bravo.
Be ready. More coming our way.
Let's go. Come on, hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Alright, never mind. I think we're just like stun locking this guy to death pretty much. I gotta get used to this again. I had this down so good, but then I went and played mage for my second playthrough. Now I'm sucking at block and slash again. Come on. That's one of the things I like about Warcry. It's almost like a guaranteed you're gonna try and hit me now, so I can block and slash and wreck your face.
That's the end of it.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Gizelle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Is that why you asked for me? The Chantry has already...
I know what they've done.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
They want to execute me, and you think I should just walk up to them?
You are no longer alone. They cannot imprison or attack you.
They could try.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. The power is the unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
You make it sound simple.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven, and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Cool. Well,
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Corporal Vale. Yes, if I remember correctly, he's one of the NPCs that we can hire as an agent, actually. He's got kind of a laundry list of things that he wants you to do for him before he does that.
Restored.
But by having him, that's one less perk point you need to spend to unlock goodies in certain certain trees. I can't remember exactly which one. I want to say he's forces. I think he might be with the forces. There's several NPCs actually in this area that that you can recruit very close to when you first come into the Hinterlands that will act as agents once you sort of fulfill their requirements. One of them is a mage kind of up the hill back there, I believe. You need Vivian to convince her. There is another mage or some other NPC by a cave out there in that direction with Solas in your party. Then he can convince her. And let's see, with Varric will... Where is it? Oops, I keep pressing select, wrong game. Varric will help convince one of the scouts, which is somewhere down here in the south. You find her, and it turns out, well, you guys know this. It's not really a spoiler, right? But minor spoiler alert. She's basically getting into the panties of one of the mages.
Could be better.
Little lesbian action going on there. Me gusta.
No, they don't.
But anyway, Varric's impressed. He can talk her into joining the Inquisition. So from here, what I need to do is just look around and explore. That's one of the amazing and fantastic things I think about Dragon Age Inquisition, is they did exploration so well. It's so beneficial to roam around and to talk to NPCs, to search buildings and stuff like that, like around mountains and stuff. You just never know what you're going to find, or who you're going to find.
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. can't catch her breath like cobwebs in her lungs. Our son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills. Please, get to him and tell him what's wrong. Without that potion, she'll die.
Ah, that reminds me. That's either the same NPC or at least an NPC in the same town as another agent, while we're on the topic of agents, that bring it to the Inquisition. Let's see. There's another guy I need to talk to over there. Here's another note. I've read these notes so many times. You guys are going to have to forgive me if I don't pause them so that way you can read, but hopefully you're quick enough with like the spacebar or whatever to pause it yourself if you really want to read into it. I'm always on the lookout for more elf fruit. In fact, actually, in our first base of Haven, right? There is a lot of elf fruit in that area. There's more replenishing elf fruit in that place than what you can even get in Skyhold. It's pretty amazing. Ah, right. Here's the cave with the NPC, Enchanter Elandra.
I have heard stories about you, Herald of Andraste. I am Enchanter Elendra.
Elendra.
I hope you find a way to end this foolish war.
If you're a mage, why aren't you with the rebel mages?
I was an enchanter in the College of Equitarians. We wanted tolerance, not war. By rights, I am sworn to join the rebels. But I had friends among the Templars. I will not fight them. I know my own strength. I have no fear of demons. I will keep to myself and harm none.
Farewell.
Good day.
Alright, there's something that you can do for her. And then, like I said, once you have Vivian in your party, bring her along. Real easy, right? And then Vivian can convince her to join into the Inquisition. Let's see. I'm trying to remember all the different NPCs I need to talk to in this area. Let's go ahead and jump to that exclamation since it's right there. I believe that's the hunter that wants more supplies to kind of help feed and keep the local refugees warm.
Loss of the bread. Going to be a long, hungry night.
These people need food.
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooks easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now. More likely to find mages than luck.
Good luck.
Luck won't put fat on your ribs.
So there you go. We've got ourselves a little quest. I find it kind of strange and somewhat like aggravating that people consider stuff like that what are they calling them, like fetch quests or like MMO style like whatever quests or something like that. It's like, come on man, give me a break. There's only so many ways in which quests can be made in an RPG, you know, and it just makes sense, you know, that these people are refugees, they need food, they need stuff to keep them warm and whatever, and it's not hard at all either to do these quests either. So I don't know what people are complaining about. Not every quest needs to have a deep story and a cinematic to make it interesting or to make it a legit quest in an RPG. Ooh, loot. I thought there had to be more stuff around here. I was getting confused because I kept looking at the radar. Oh, look, there's another pile over there. Getting confused because some of these like little things like the flag or whatever like get flagged as items you can interact with, I guess. There we go, some lamb's wool. And let's see, what's his face? Corporal Vale, right, he's up here. Let's go have a chat with him.
You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
What can you tell me about the Templars?
All the Templars were called to Val Royeaux not long ago. These bastards ignored the order. Now they're killing rebel mages, along with any refugees they think are mage sympathizers. Every Templar I've ever known has wanted to protect the common folk. These men defile their order's good name.
What's going on there, Varric? You jealous, man? You wanna try and stand taller than everybody else here right now? What are you doing? Is that? Wait a minute. Is that weird leg thing that he does? Yep. I thought they said they fixed that in a patch. He's still doing it.
What can you tell me about the rebel mages?
The real rebels are up north in Redcliffe, dug in and taking care of their own. The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with power. The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands of them. I wish we could do the same.
You were concerned about refugees starving.
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who had some ideas.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw Lyria. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Alright, so that was a lot, but like I said, he's got a lot of things that he wants us to do, but by completing each and every one of those, that's one step closer to getting him within our ranks. So it's important that we go through all of those conversation options, hear what he has to say. He notes other NPCs that we can talk to give us more little things that we can do while we're out adventuring, to collect, various items or whatever, and bring those back to him. Again, I find this so organically well made as part of just your average exploration here in the Hinterlands that I don't even see this as being such as much of a quest as it's like, well, we're probably going to find this stuff anyway while we're out doing various things here in this region. So it's giving us, it's like free XP and free influence by doing this stuff for him. Stabilize areas by sealing fade writs, expand the reach of the Inquisition by setting up new camps, and complete quests to gain power and influence. Spend power on scouting operations at the war table to unlock new opportunities. Gaining enough influence increases the rank of your Inquisition and grants you access to unique perks. Right, so that's pretty much what I was saying before about, the camps and the rifts and stuff like that. By completing those, it's your fastest way to getting more power and influence and experience to help you progress in the game. I'd never noticed that before, that if you have the camera kind of turned just so, then you can see these people fighting, but they no longer have bodies. Alright, so let's go talk to one more NPC. Whittle, I think his name was, right? Ah, screw this jog. Here's another reason I love to bring Charging Bull as one of my skills. Can't move that quick with combat roll, can ya?
More cold weather coming. Fool villagers. Where are their coats?
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
And to you.
Okay, let me take a look at the map real quick, and I believe that's pretty much all we can accomplish here at this first camp, aside from maybe going over to the merchant and selling what little junk we may have picked up at this point. But from here, like I said, my mission is to unlock camps, do rifts and stuff like that. I won't be including that so much in these videos though. Just sort of these moments maybe where I'm in towns talking to NPCs, because we're getting story out of that much more so than we would watching me kill rams and close fade rifts, right? But for now, that's gonna do it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below if you have any questions about different things regarding this viewer-driven story series. Like I said, there's probably not going to be another major sort of choice for you guys to vote on until, I suppose, when we decide to go for either the mages or the Templars path. Don't start putting that in the comments just yet, because it's not going to count until we actually get to that decision point in that video, and that's where it will be voted on and decided. And this time it's going to be, like, as far as voting goes, it's all going to be decided here on YouTube from now on. I think some people got confused and a little bit upset because I was also doing votes or vote counting from other sources, and so they were only looking at the YouTube video thinking that was the votes, and they didn't realize there were a bunch of other votes in other areas. And so just simply to avoid confusion, the voting will pretty much take place here only on YouTube. But feel free to visit me on social networks like Facebook, Twitter, even Google+. And yeah, I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.